Sometimes, people around you seem negative, not because they don't care but because they do. They want to protect you. But here's the truth, their protection often keeps you small. That's why I always say this: build in silence. Whatever your goal is, whether it's launching a business, starting a YouTube channel, writing a book, don't announce it, just act. Quietly, consistently. And that leads us to a powerful truth that most people underestimate: the power of now. If you've decided to do something big, don't waste time perfecting your plan. Don't obsess over your YouTube title, thumbnail, or strategy. Just take the first step. Want to start a YouTube channel? Sit down and write your first script. Want to quit your toxic job? Spend 2 minutes updating your resume today. 2 minutes is all it takes to begin. This small rule has transformed my life. I was never the kind of person who could wake up early. People who knew me would laugh at the idea of me waking up before 9 a.m., but today, I wake up at 4:30 a.m. every day. How? Not through motivation, but by saying to myself, I'll just sit up for 2 minutes. And once I sat up, I was awake. That's how I began rewiring my habits, one small action at a time. The real reason we procrastination, has nothing to do with time management. It comes from fear. The moment you set a goal, your brain tries to protect you. It floods you with fear. What if I fail? What if people laugh? What if it doesn't work? To avoid discomfort, your brain offers distractions, excuses, delays. And that's why I always say, act immediately, even for just 2 minutes. If you've been thinking about working out, don't think just stand up and start jumping for 2 minutes. That's it. Because once you move, you build momentum, and momentum is the key to success. One life-changing technique. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here's a tool I swear by, the 5-second rule by Mel Robbins. Whenever I don't feel like getting up or doing something hard, I count backward in my head. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go. The moment I say 1, I act. No excuses. No hesitation. This little trick has changed my mornings and my life. It interrupts hesitation and forces immediate action, and if it works for me, it can work for you too. And, if you're a woman, listen closely, there's something I wish I'd known earlier: cycle syncing. Your energy, focus, and motivation are not the same every day. They follow your hormonal cycle. Once I learned this, everything changed. 1 week before my period, I no longer schedule intense workouts or big tasks. Why? Because I now understand, my energy is lower during that phase. Instead, I use that time to reflect, plan, journal, or rest. But after my period, that's when my energy skyrockets. That's when I go hard, I exercise, shoot videos, and chase my biggest goals. When you start aligning your life around your natural rhythm, you stop working against yourself. You start working with your body. And that's when success becomes sustainable. Final message: if you've made it to the end of this video, it tells me something powerful about you. You are not lazy. You are not lost. You are just one small decision away from a brand new life. So today, take that first step. Write down that one goal. Act on it for just 2 minutes. Use the 5-second rule. Build in silence. And for the women, start syncing with your cycle. You don't need permission. You don't need perfect plans. You just need to begin. I believe in you. Because if I could do it from being stuck, tired, and unmotivated at 35, so can you. Thank you for watching. And remember, you are meant for more. I was going to completely rebuild my life. I was tired of everything: the job I hated, the life I was simply surviving, not living, even the version of myself I had become. I looked in the mirror and said, enough. And that decision changed everything today. I'm living a life I once dreamed of. I feel grateful. I'm the proud owner of a brand called Unclear, creating empowering products for kids. I'm a mother to a beautiful 5-year-old, and I make videos like this for people like me, ambitious, stuck, and desperate for change. But how did I do it? Here's the truth. I always wanted to live a bigger, more meaningful life. But I never knew how to break the cycle. For most of my life, I believed I was just lazy. I even told myself that over and over. And that was the real problem. What we repeatedly tell ourselves becomes our reality. If you constantly say, I'm lazy, your brain starts looking for evidence to prove it. It becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy. Like many of you, I had big dreams. But I had zero clarity on how to reach them. Every new year, I thought about my goals, but I never wrote them down. That was mistake number 1. Once I began writing down my goals, everything changed. And that brings me to point number 2. You're not lazy, you're unclear, your brain is overwhelmed by a million ideas every day. You hear a friend say, do this to earn money. Someone else suggests, start that. You chase ideas but never commit. But the moment you write things down, you realize, you don't have 100 goals. You probably have just 2 or 3 areas of your life you want to change. That's what happened to me. When I put pen to paper, I saw clearly. The main thing I wanted was a new career, something creative. At the time, I didn't know I'd build a brand. I didn't know how to start a business, let alone grow one. But I chose one goal. And that brings me to point number 3. Focus on just one goal for 6 months. Don't try to get fit, build a brand, start a YouTube channel, run a marathon, all at once. Too many goals lead to overwhelm, and overwhelm leads to inaction. So here's your challenge, right now. Write down just one goal you want to achieve in the next 6 months. Write it, commit to it, and come back 6 months later to see your progress.